Oh, okay, it's hot. Um, so I've been really bad at posting long form content, and I think it's because the Sewn for Strangers format. It's really, I don't know, I just get wrapped up in the making because I have such a short amount of time. So I thought I'd do a new sort of series on YouTube called Behind the Seams, and I can talk you through kind of what I'm working on and the different strangers so you can get early access to what I'm doing and any of the challenges I come up against, all the creative decisions I have to make. So yeah, stick around. Let's see how long this lasts. Today I'm in the northern quarter because I need to go and get some fabric. This week I went to Liverpool for a brand video, which should be out soon, which was great because it meant I could take Sewn for Strangers on tour. And I met with someone really cool. I don't want to share too much in case the video's not out, but they wanted something for Liverpool Pride. Flowy, cinched, pastel colours. So I'm going to go and get some cotton because I'm thinking that I'm going to do some fabric dyeing to get the right colour and get some different effects and do loads of embellishment. And then I'm also working on another pattern hack for Fibre Mood, and the theme is festival. So I've picked the top. I've got some crazy fabric, and I need to go and get some buttons for that. And then I have filmed another Strangers video this week. So as you can already see behind the scenes, I do multiple videos a week and give myself some time to do them. So let's go and get some supplies from Abercan. I have the goods from Abercan and I'm heading to the studio. Oh, it's so hot. But I hate complaining about the weather. But it's very warm. But I'm trying to enjoy it. If you didn't know where the studio was, it's very close to Piccadilly train station, which is just over there. And then we are based in campus, and it's by the village as well, which is just over there. So very central into town, which is great and really handy for people that are coming from places other than Manchester, because you can just jump on the train to Piccadilly and walk over. Yeah, I do love the studio. Megas Quarter is so cool. Everyone that comes gets to see the pottery school, the textile school, the cafe, the shop. And yeah, there's just so much to do there. And the food's amazing, and the coffee's amazing. And I'm very excited to go and get an iced coffee before I start sewing. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to last today, because it's very hot. Even though it's quite cool in the studio, I think I'll need to go back home at some point and just sit in the sun or in the shade. I don't know. But yeah, we are at the studio. Here it is. I wonder if anyone is in pottery today. Let's have a look. No. So yeah, this is the pottery school, where you can come and do throwing and hand building classes. It gets really busy. And then this is my little studio. And then the cafe is through there. You've got the art gallery and art school through there. All of the lovely Brother sewing machines. And yeah, this is where I'm going to be today on the hottest day in the UK ever, I believe. So I've got my coffee. which is delicious and very much needed. So I always get an iced coconut latte with hazelnut. So I used to do caramel, but I'm really into hazelnut at the minute. So what do we have from Abercan? I bought some eyelets for the Liverpool Stranger Pride outfit because there's going to be some corseting going on. And I got some ribbon as well, which I'm hoping will match the dye job that I do. It's like a lilac-y violet sort of colour. Yeah, I've done some fabric painting and some dyeing, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert at it. So if you've got any tips, let me know. But I got these two colours, which I thought I could do some like cool ombre tie-dye, but I know you have to put them on heat. So you do them on the stove top. So I think I might do like, I don't know, like a main wash of one colour and then add some details. But I got Kentucky Sky and Royal Purple. What else did I get? Oh yeah, so I picked those buttons. So they actually had some of that fabric left that I've used. And it was only £2 a metre, which is why I got it, because I thought it was really fun and it was cheap. And if you didn't know, for all the Sewn for Strangers videos I do, so obviously I go out and ask strangers and make them something, and I pay for everything myself, so keeping costs low is always good. But yeah, I got these like little flowery buttons, and this is the bralette. It's the Silver Top by Fibre Mood, so I've made this up. And the hack is going to be, it's based on festivals, so one thing I love about festivals is that you can like wear so many looks. Like you'll have a look for every different day, sometimes more than one. But obviously if you're traveling to a festival, you have to have lots of things to take with you, so versatility is key. So I thought the hack could be, how do we get as many looks out of just this top as possible? So I'm going to add buttonholes on the bottom of this and then do kind of like a cover that you could button in, which would be really fun. So you've got kind of that cover up, but then you can take it off and wear it just as the bralette itself as well. And maybe I could turn the cover up into some form of skirt as well. That could be cool. I'll have to have a play with that. And then I'm also going to add some puff sleeves as well. So you can basically wear this top like 3 ways, as it is, with the cover, add on sleeves. And I thought that'd be really cool because it's such a nice make. It literally took me no time to sew this up. The instructions are great. So I thought it would be cool to see how many ways we could do it, and then I'll do like a little styling session. And that will be that video done. And there's also, I think it's going to be after, before I put this video out, so I can tell you, I've done a collaboration with Fibre Mood. So I made a jacket a while ago, which is like the facing that you would have for the buttons and the collar is on the outside and it becomes pockets, and there's a little sailor collar at the back as well. And they liked it so much that we've done a pattern collab, so that's going to be coming out this Saturday. So I hope you really like it, and I can't wait to see like how people tackle it and use like different color combos. It's got binding as well. Oh, it's so exciting. This year's been so fun. Sometimes I have to stop and think like all of the things I've done already this year. So if you don't know, I quit my job, my corporate job, which I loved, in November last year, 2025, to focus on this full time. So obviously I teach here at Makers Quarter. I work with some brands, I do content, lots of other different things, but this year I've wrote a book and it's been published, and that's really fun. I'll definitely do a video on the book. I've obviously started my Sewn for Strangers series that's been doing really well, and I really want to take that further and think about like going to other places in the UK and abroad. A TV show would be really cool. I've got a new agent, and my manager is the best. I'm obsessed, so big shout out to Daria. And yeah, there's just so much exciting stuff that's in the calendar that I can't talk about yet, but I'm very, very grateful, and obviously very grateful for all of the support as well. It wouldn't be possible without, people enjoying the content, coming to the workshops, buying the book, etc. So I'm always very, very grateful, which is why I love doing the Sewing for Strangers series, because I can share stuff with people as well. So today's agenda, I'm going to work on this, see what I can get done, and then start making up the Liverpool Pride outfit as well. So I'll try and capture some of the making and the process, and you can come along with me. I feel like all I've done this vlog is complain about the heat. But it's fine. Okay, so I've finished the add-on piece, and you can see that they've got buttonholes and little cute flower buttons, and Nick in the cafe is going to model it for me, so she tried it on. She said it's giving 13 going on 30, which I'm not mad about. It's fun, quirky, unique. It turned out really cool. I think it would be great for a festival. Now I just want to add some like puffy sleeves that attach here, I think. And then that's the 3 ways that you can wear it. So I am going to go and sit outside and enjoy some of the sun, and then I'm going to get on to the Liverpool Stranger outfit. I need to make a corset top like Sammy's from one of the Sewing for Strangers. I'm going to reuse that pattern. And then a little cool skirt, and I'm thinking like Zara Larsson cool girl pop vibes. And it's all going to be white until I dye it, so that's what I'm going to do next, unless I melt outside. And while we're talking about Fibre Mood, so they sent me the pattern, and it comes with this book, the magazine, and it's got all of the patterns in the book, so you can trace them from this big sheet, which I know they do in Japan, and I do love this. Some people hate it 'cause it's hard to like see all the lines, but I quite like that idea. So you get all the patterns that are in the book on that sheet, and then it comes with the instructions inside, and there's so many in here, and I just love the photography. It's such a cool pattern company. I love it so much, and there's some really nice stuff in here, especially for like summer going into autumn as well. Like, look at these. So cool. Yeah, I've made a few Fibre Mood patterns, and I really, really enjoy them. I like the instructions. They're really clear, but not like overcomplicated. Sometimes it can be too much. They've got really nice illustrations, and the patterns are just super cool. There's a silver top. So, what have I got left to do today? I think I do need to make a start on this Liverpool Pride outfit. This is the cotton. I have prepped the pattern pieces for the top and the skirt. There's a few little bits I need to tweak, so I might cut the fabric out and then come in tomorrow and sew. So I will check back in tomorrow if I survive this heat. I know I keep moaning about the heat, but it's hot.
It's a break. It's not. We sneaked out early. Let's just point to the sunshine. The village.
Okay, I'm back. It's the next day. I got too hot to sew. So I went to campus for some drinks. Then I went and met Jesus and our friend Ali, and then we went home and melted. We had to do some tidying up because my in-laws, Jesus' mum and dad, are coming today now. So I'm going to go to the studio for a bit, but every day starts with an Abercan trip, so I need to go back to Abercan because I need to get some lace for the Liverpool Pride outfit. So I cut out the pattern pieces for the corset and the skirt yesterday, and then I left the studio and I realised I wanted to layer in some lace, and then I'm going to dye it all. So I'm going to grab some lace and maybe some hardware and stuff, and then we'll go back to the studio and see how much sewing we can get done. And I'm going to try and not complain about the heat. I've got a shirt that I made using fabric that I bought from my trip to Barcelona, and it's nice and flowy. This is a pattern hack from my painter's jacket. So I just shortened the sleeves and turned it into a short. So let's go to Abercan. Hello, I'm back at the studio wearing my shirt that I made from the fabric in Barcelona. It's nice and flowy, so I'm a lot cooler than yesterday, and it's not so hot in here. But this is what I cut out yesterday. So this is the top of the skirt, so it's going to be quite high-waisted, and I've adapted this from a skirt pattern that I had ages ago that I made. Obviously it carries on down into kind of like an A-line short skirt, but I've trimmed it off so that you've got this curve on the sides, so when I attach kind of the layers that sit in here, it'll ruche up at the sides, and then it's got the shaping darts here. So this is the side seam, the back, and then 2 extra darts to give it the shape. And I think on the back I'm going to V this off, so cut out kind of a triangle here so that we can corset the back. And then what's going to sit on this curve is basically a circle skirt, so I've cut 2 of these out. This, I think I'm going to do one a little bit shorter, so chop it maybe like here. And then I've got this lace that I'm going to add some layers into the skirt as well, so it feels really full. This is going to be lined, so there's 2 of each pattern, 4 of each pattern, sorry. Whereas this will be single, so it'll be lighter. And then I got some D-rings that I'm thinking of adding in at the different points, so that we can attach kind of like, I don't know, beading or chains or something. So I think I'm going to just give myself this to do today, and then I've got loads of admin, so I will check in once I've sewn this up or if anything interesting happens. This is a perfect example of when I'm locked in sewing and I've made a mistake. So I've attached the 2 layers of this waistband together, and I've angled in the back. You can't really see it on here because I've not pressed it, but essentially these need to be attached together like they are so that I can do the corset, but here at the bottom they need to be attached, and I've just sewn all the way down. So I've cut where I need to unpick, so I'm going to unpick here, and then these will be sewn together. Yeah, so this is a perfect example of when I'm sewing and I lock in and I'm not concentrating, which is really annoying. But actually, rather than opening them up, what I might do is just open up the seam and I can just top stitch down there. There we go, easy peasy. So I don't need to unpick. I can just press these 2 together, distribute the seam allowance, and I can just sew straight up until that clip. Let's see if that works. I'll be right back. Yeah, they're attached together now. So I've got that V, nice and clean. So all I did was, rather than unpicking and sewing them one by one, I've just sewn straight through here. Now, it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get the lace in, but I can just unpick a tiny bit there. But then that's this bit done. So if I get the side seams, I can show you from the back. This is the bit you'll be able to corset up, and then the angle will have the lace and the cotton frills in. Okay. I think that works. Yeah, I mean, I've done it now, so. But yeah, this is literally what happens. So on my Instagram series, you will just see most of the good bits. I might share some of the bad bits too. But it is a lot of like problem solving, because I'm sewing them in such a short amount of time. And a lot of the times I'm drafting the patterns and I don't have time to toile and do mock-ups. Sometimes I do, or sometimes I know I can use the pattern and hack it. But a lot of the times I'm kind of either using a base pattern that I've already drafted for something else, or I'm doing something completely new. And I'm quite good at like visualizing it on the paper. So I really like flat drafting rather than draping, because obviously I don't have mannequins that fit kind of everyone. So flat drafting is my favorite. I do really need to start thinking about using like Clo 3D. I have played around with it before, but I just couldn't get my head around it. And I know loads of people swear by it. So if anyone knows any like good insights into Clo, that would be great. So it's a 3D kind of patterning software where you can do it all in the program and see how it drapes on a person. But yeah, I need someone to like sit down and teach me. I'm not very good at learning those things kind of on my own. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this. Sammy brought me a coffee. And then I've got some admin bits to do, so I'll check in a second. Bye. Right, so I've finished the skirt, and it looks really cool. I've added boning, so it's got a bit more structure, and I've added the lace and the ruffles. So I think that's going to be it for me for sewing today. I might maybe make a start on the corset, but I've got quite a lot of admin bits to do today, and then, like I said, the in-laws are coming, so I might nip home. But let me show you the skirt, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. It did take that long to do. So quick to sew together, and super effective. So yeah, let me know what you think. I can't wait to dye it. So this is the skirt. You can see I've added in the lace and the ruffles at the bottom, and it's got that structure in with the boning, and I've added these little metal hardware pieces so that we can add some loops and chains. And yeah, let's see what it looks like once it's dyed.